Shalom, 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 Israel. Shalom to the 12 tribes that scattered abroad. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharala. I am Israel, a true seeker of Yahweh. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. How y'all doing this morning? It's early in the morning. I'm not too long getting off work, so I decided to come in and do some reading.
I shouldn't hear anybody talking.
We had, first of all, before we get started, we want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, for allowing us to see this day.
All praises to the Most High God for bringing
Beautiful morning.
of the great King Hezekiah back
Just
to
want to thank him for giving us this
Trust me,
blessing.
you're gonna need this.
Now,
You're gonna need this.
we was, y'all get y'all King James version with the Apocrypha out and open up to Genesis. We're gonna be in Genesis 22, but we're gonna do a little catch up right quick.
Humble yourself before the Most High God and don't let nobody play with his name. And third, get out the way, because he's gonna come with that
We were
wrath
reading
and
yesterday
take care of business.
about
With that said, open up your books. I need you to flip open to 2 Kings chapter 18.
Abraham was telling Amalek that his wife
on the way.
was his sister, Rachel.
Welcome to
And,
class, repent.
And the Most High visit Sarah, like he said, and she conceived a son and named him Isaac. And Amalek gave Abraham cattle and stuff. And the Lord told him to return his wife, and Abraham will pray for him, and he should be saved.
He did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, just as his father did.
And
he removed the high place.
They made a covenant, Abraham and Amalek.
He broke into pieces the bronze snake.
They made a covenant.
For up to that
So
time,
now we finna start reading Genesis chapter 22.
It was called Nehushtan.
And we're gonna get started. This is the book of Genesis chapter 22, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, Behold, here I am. So God he tempted Abraham.
He was successful.
Verse 2. And he said, Take now thy son, thy only son, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. Now he told Abraham to take his son, his only son. Why did he call Abraham his only son? Because Abraham is the chosen seed. He did what he did for Ishmael, and he told Abraham to hearken to his wife voice Sarah. Just send him on. Don't be upset about that. He said, but take your only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains, which I will tell thee of. Verse 3. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his ass, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place of which God had told him. So Abraham got up and got his son, got 2 men of his people, got 2 men, and they went on where God told him something to them. They told him to go. Verse 4. Then on the third day, Abraham lifted up his eye and saw the place afar off. So it took 3 days to get to where God sent him to the mountain to offer up his son for a sacrifice. Verse 5, and Abraham said unto his young man, abide ye here with the ass. Stay here with the asses, what he said. And I and the lad will go yonder and worship and come again to you. So he said, y'all stay right here, and me and the lad gonna go up there and worship, and we'll come back to you. Verse 6, and Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. And he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they went both of them together. So Abraham got all the stuff that he took, the wood, and gave it to his son and laid it upon Isaac, and took the fire and the knife. Verse 7, and Isaac spake unto Abraham his father, and said, my father. And he said, here am I, my son. Here am I, my son. And he said, behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? And Abraham said, my son. Verse 8, and Abraham said, my son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went both of them together. So they went on up there, and Isaac noticed that he had the wood and the fire, but with a lamb. And Abraham told the Most High will supply a lamb for the burnt offering. Verse 10, and Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of the Lord called, verse 11, and the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here am I. Verse 12, and he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him, for now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, from me. So he told Abraham, don't lay his hands on him. Because why? Because he see that Abraham fears God. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. The whole duty of man, fear God and keep my commandment. And what Abraham just did, he feared God and kept his commandment. He obeyed the Most High. The Most High told him to take his only begotten son, he got his only son, and take him and offer him up for an offering. And that's how much faith and must believe that he have in the Most High. Because you know the Most High already told me he was going to give him a seed so he can give it to his hair. So Abraham just knowing that this going to be who I'm leaving all my things to. But Abraham ain't think twice about question himself or question the Most High about, well, I thought you was gonna give me somebody to leave my hair to. He see how much faith that Abraham have in him. And Abraham showed his faith by what? By his work. He showed his faith by his work. Because he did exactly what the Most High asked him to do. He was finna slay his son for the Most High. But Most High seen that he fears him, and he obeyed. Verse 13, and Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horn. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. So Abraham's faith was so strong, and he really believed what the Most High said and obeyed him. The Most High put a ram, and just like he told his son, he'll sacrifice, he'll give up a lamb for his sacrifice, for his burnt sacrifice. So Abraham slayed the ram. instead of his son. Verse 14. And Abraham called the name of that place Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Jireh, as it is said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. Verse 15. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, by myself have I sworn. Verse 16. And said, by myself I sworn, said the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thy only son. So Most High said, by myself I have sworn, said the Lord. Since he didn't hold his only begotten son from him. Verse 17. That in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed and the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. So he said, since Abraham obeyed and then he withheld his son from him, he was gonna bless, and he was gonna, that in blessing he will bless thee and multiply him, and his seed will be like the stars of heaven, and the sand which is upon the seashore shall possess, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemy. That's when he said, remember when he told Abraham that he's a blessing, and he was going to bless him? Because Abraham being obedient. That's all it's about. Like I said, I can't scratch, that's enough. I'm not going to stop scratching. Just obey. That's all it's about. In verse 18. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. What I just said. In his seed, all the nations gonna be blessed. Why? Because he obeyed the voice of the Most High. Verse 19. So Abraham returned unto his young man, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham dwelt in Beersheba. And verse 20. And it came to pass after these things that it was told Abraham, saying, behold, Michal, she had also borne children unto thy brother Nahor. So now Michal, his brother Nahor's wife, she bore children to his brother. Verse 21, Huz, his firstborn, this Nahor's son, Huz, his firstborn, and Buz, his brother, and Chemo, the father of Aram, and Ches, verse 22, and Ches, and Hazal, and Pildash, and Jadlap, and Bethulah, and Bethulah begot Rebekah. These 8 Michal did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Now, Abraham's brother had eight kids, and his son Bethulah begot Rebekah. The 8 that he bare to Michal bare to Nahor was Bethel, that's 1, Jalab, that's 2, Pildash, Hazor, and Chesti, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then they oldest brother firstborn Huz, and Buz, his brother, that's 7, and Kemudah, the father of Aram, that's 8. So Nahor bore 8 boys, and Bethulah he begot Rebekah. Now remember Rebekah. Remember Rebekah. And that's Nahor's daughter. Abraham's brother daughter. No, Abraham's brother son daughter. So it's Nahor's granddaughter. And it's Abraham's great grandniece. Let me see. It's Abraham's great niece. Yes, it's Abraham's great niece. Verse 24. And his concubine, whose name was Ramah, she bare also Tebah and Gaham and Tahash and Machah. So he had a concubine too. So he Michelle his wife, and he had a concubine, his other wife, and she bare him 5. Yeah, she bade him 5. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 23, verse 1. And Sarah was 107 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah. Sarah was 127 years old. That's the life of Sarah. She lived 120. Well, it ain't say she died yet, but she lived. She 100, y'all. She here for the die. But she lived 127 years. Verse 2. And Sarah died in Kejar Arba. The same is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her. So Sarah passed away at the age of 127. She died in Kejar. The same is Hebron, and the land of Canaan, the land that God promised Abraham and his seed after him. Verse 3. And Abraham stood up from before his dead and spake unto the son of Heth, saying, verse 4, I am a stranger, and I sojourning with you. Give me a possession of a burial place with you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. Now Abraham trying to get a place to bury his dead. Now, his wife passed away, so now he try to buy a place to bury his dead. Verse 5. And the children of Heth answered Abraham, saying unto him, verse 6, Hear us, my Lord, thou art a mighty prince among us, and the choice of our sculpture, bury thy dead. None of us shall withhold from thee his sculpture, but that thou mayest bury thy dead. So they was offering Abraham, so he can bury his dead in one of their sculptures. Ain't nobody gonna withhold it from him. They say he's like a prince. He's like a prince unto thee among us, among them. And in the choice of our sculpture, bury thy dead. They call him my Lord. They said, thou art a mighty prince among us. Verse 7. And Abraham stood up and bowed himself to the people of the land, even to the children of Heth. So he stood up and bowed himself to them. He's showing them respect. Because they clearly respect him. So they blessed him. They blessed him. So what God said, they bless him, he gonna bless them. They curse them, he gonna curse them. Verse 8. And he communed with them, saying, If it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat for me to Ephron, the son of Zohar. Verse 9. That he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he had, which is in the end of his field, for as much money as it is worth, he should give it me for a possession of a burial place amongst you. So he said, holler at Ephraim, the son of Zohar, because he want to buy this cave from him so he can have a possession, a burial place amongst them. Verse 10, and Ephraim dwelt among the children of Heth. And Ephraim the Hittite, Ephraim was a Hittite. And that's a Hamite, that's an African. Answer. Ephraim the Hittite answered Abraham in the audience of the children of Heth. So he answered Abraham in front of all the children of Heth, even of all that went in at the gate of his city, saying. So he answered Abraham in front of all that went in the gate, even the children of the Heth. Verse 11. Nay, my Lord, hear me. The field give I thee, and the cave that is therein I give it thee. In the presence of the sons of my people give I it thee. Bury thy dead. So he giving it to Abraham. He said, I give you thee. Bury your dead there. But listen what Abraham said in verse 12. And Abraham bowed down himself before the people of the land. Verse 13. And he spake unto Ephraim in the orders of the people of the land, saying, but if thou wilt give it, I pray thee, hear me. I will give thee money for the field. Take it of me, and I will bury my dead there. Abraham don't want nobody to give him that. Remember when he went and saved Lot? When he got Lot them and all the Sodom and Gomorrah, all their stuff, and brought it back for them. And what Abraham told him, he don't want that. He don't want nobody to say they helped him got rich. He ain't wanted none of that. So it's the same what he's saying here. He don't want nobody to give him that. I'll pay for it. Remember, he already blessed. He well rich. He well rich. God taking care of his prophet. Because he is obedient. Verse 7. Verse 16. Now verse 15.
Here come affliction. The more we get oppressed, the more we multiply. The more we multiply, the more we wait.
Verse 16 again from the top. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephraim. And Abraham weighed to verse 15.
With judgments in the earth, then they gon' learn righteousness. We telling you, you chosen nigga, why you fighting this? It's in your DNA, get ready for it.
Now, verse 14. And Ephraim answered Abraham, saying unto him, my Lord. Verse 15. My Lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that between me and thee? Bury therefore thy dead. Verse 16. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephraim. And Abraham weighed to Ephraim the silver, which he had named in the orders of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant. So Abraham weighed up 400 shekels of silver. Verse 17. And the field of Ephraim, which was in Machpeth, which was before Mamre, the field, and the cave which was therein, and all the trees that were in the field there that were in all the borders round about were made sure. Verse 18. Unto Abraham for a possession in the presence of the children of Heth, before all that went in at the gate of his city. So everybody seen Abraham bought this cave, and they know Abraham got all this Abraham. Everybody knows that Abraham, they did it in front of everybody that came inside the gate, the city gate. Verse 19. And after this, Abraham buried Sarah, his wife, in the cave of the field of Machpeth. before Mamre. The same is Hebron in the land of Canaan. Verse 20. And the field and the cave that is therein were made sure unto Abraham for a possession of a burial place by the sons of Ham. And that was the end of chapter 23. And we're going to stop right there, because I don't want to get too far deep up in it and be moving too far. But I just wanted to put something in because I did want to read something. Now we see that Sarah passed away and Abraham bought a burial place for his dead. And they stand in the land of Canaan in Mizpah, where they bought the cave in the field of Mizpah by Mamre. It's the same as Hebron in the land of Canaan. But that was the end of chapter 23. Y'all can go back and read over it. Matter of fact, go back and read over it. You know, because that's what I do. I always go back and read through things and check things out. Go back over it a million times if I have to. He said meditate on his word. So that's what I have, his word. So with that being said, man, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Hamashiach, for allowing me to have the spirit to read the Bible to y'all. Every day or whenever he give me the time to put the spirit to come read. But I do read every day. And I just want to say, all praise to the Most High. I want to say, Kwam Yasharada to the 12 tribes that scattered abroad. Eventually one day, we're going to come to our salvation. One day we're going to come to our salvation. And with that being said, Kwam Yasharala. Y'all have a blessed morning.